Hello and welcome back to Scriptcase by Jamie, and if you didn't know it, my name is Jamie and I am the host of this channel. Now here we typically talk about Scriptcase, and of course that's pretty much what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to be talking about the current state of Scriptcase, because maybe you are a non-believer and you are unsure of where Scriptcase is going to. At the same time, maybe you've used Scriptcase before and maybe you didn't like it. Maybe it didn't have the features you needed at the time, or maybe it didn't perform as well, or maybe it was super buggy. Now, as you're seeing right now, I'm looking at the current version of Scriptcase, which is 9.10.015 as of April 10th, 2024. And I have today the 11th. So I'm just one day after this. And today, well, yesterday, then there was an improvement, should I say, to the color picker within all of the Scriptcase applications. Now, typically, you'll see there are lots of updates here since, in the last couple of months. So in March, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 updates. Now, that doesn't mean you need to update every single time. You don't have to. You can give it some space in between and maybe just add whenever you have these green stars, and there you have some nice new features. And generally there, even so, I would say maybe wait like 2, 3 afterwards, and you start having all these fixes and everything, and that generally makes improvements. So updating in Scriptcase is really cool. And of course, it's a really nice platform to use. It's so easy to generate applications as well as to manage your environment, your platform. It does take some time, so that is something you do need to have if you are going to develop in Scriptcase. If you're not, then maybe you just want to have a platform, and somebody can create that platform for you within Scriptcase pretty damn fast. It really depends on the type of platform you're wanting, the type of features you're wanting, and really everything to do with that. If it's been planned out nicely, if you know exactly what you're wanting in the first place, all of those little details, they of course make a big difference towards the end resulting time, as well as the end result. Because if it's nicely planned out, as I've been saying in many of my videos already, because it is really the most important part of your project, planning out what you want, where you are going to go, what you are going to do. Just as an example, you could start off on your project, and adding your features, and before you know it, you will be overwhelmed with all of the variables you're using, what the features are that you are adding or what you are wanting to add. And this isn't even talking about all of the options you have within Scriptcase, because those are easy enough to manage. What I'm talking about is all of those extra functionalities that you add into Scriptcase, all of those extra methods and libraries that you use. It's good to plan all of those details out so that you know where you are going to reuse your content within Scriptcase. Because there is, of course, the question, is Scriptcase object orientated? It's one of those questions of the Q&A we have for this week, I think. And well, of course it is. Absolutely. It is generated in such a manner, and you have those functionalities and capabilities available to you via the libraries and methods. But without good planning, well, it's very easy to get lost, and it's very easy to get confused or maybe even overwhelmed. And that's where the planning comes in. Now, you may not need to plan from the get-go. If you have a clear, good vision, go for it. Put it together, and then at some point you want to start tracking down, right, this is what this platform does, and these are the end results of these certain features. That way, when you come back to it later on, 6 months down the line, at least you will have a visual view of how everything worked and how everything linked together and so forth. Now, there are some tools in Scriptcase that will help you with that as well, and so you can also use those. I'm just doing this update now, and And of course, with that, my Scriptcase will be at the latest version. It doesn't mean now that I need to update my project, and if there's something wrong within my development environment, then I don't have to transfer that to my live environment. That's not how it works. This is your development environment. It's separate. It's separate from everything else. So you can just go ahead, create your platform within Scriptcase, and of course not worry that anything in here is going to affect your live environment, what everyone's using. So that's really good. And at the same time, you can also create a copy of your project. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. You can replicate the entire project over and just replicate the new applications or the updates from one to the other, if you want to go that far. At the same time, you could do that for testing purposes, as well as then for future expansion, or even for separating various aspects of your project. For instance, if you have gone ahead and developed, a really large project that has a lot of features, then it's definitely good to export those individual applications and maybe import them separately into a separate project, so that you can then just import that entire project into another project. Yes, all of this takes some time and maybe, again, a little bit of planning, but it definitely makes sense for the long run, and especially when you are developing more systems and more projects within Scriptcase. Now, Scriptcase, all in all, over the last years that I've used it, has improved tremendously. Not only with the features, the functionality, also with the bugs and the issues. And I shouldn't even mention that word anymore, bugs, because it's not very often that you come across those anymore. So maybe I'll try and stop saying that. If you think otherwise, then of course let me know in the comments, because of course things can always be improved. But that's the way it goes pretty much everywhere, right? So how's your Android phone or your Apple phone? Always good, is it? Always having updates, right? So do you think all those updates are always tested on millions of people? No, you are the test. You are those test people. And then those updates are resolved afterwards. So, and that's just the way it works in the industry, right? So I won't really worry about it too much. And at the same time, as I mentioned in some other videos, having backups is always good. You can back up your environment, you can back up your projects, and of course, as I said before, you can reuse content, so your backups can have extra backups, which is pretty awesome, right? Scriptcase, all in all, provides you so many features, as I'm always saying in so many of the videos, because it's jam-packed with features. And it's not just about adding functionality to your applications. It's about ensuring security for your applications. It's about securing the environment as well. And then also updating all of those, as I said, the features that Scriptcase includes, such as the libraries that are included. Like here right now, we have Twilio here that's being analyzed. If there's an update to that, then Scriptcase would, of course, include that also, and then make those adjustments that are needed for those additions, let's say. With those third-party applications, because it's in the production third, and that's where all those third-party applications are, and we can use those ourselves also within the applications. So anything Scriptcase does within the environment, we can also do within the applications, really, which is pretty cool. Okay, in some cases, it may take a ton of work, but in others, it will be much easier. But at the same time, we need to remember that we are using this environment, and Scriptcase has reduced a ton of that work for us. Anyway, so I wanted to actually maybe go over the Scriptcase membership project, but I think I'm going to do that in another video. So I think that is going to be all for today. So just for all those Scriptcase haters out there, just remember that, well, maybe we've got it a little easier than you, having to code everything by hand or with, a generator, which, yes, so reliable. We'll talk about that in another video. And then, of course, all those other headaches you can have. We have headaches with Scriptcase as well. But, yeah, typically, honestly, you don't have to deal with them. Scriptcase deals with them. And before you know it, as you see within the updates are provided, your fixes are there within, a short amount of time. So generally, why not? Go for it. If you've never tried Scriptcase before, or if you have a business that wants to have your own project or platform that you manage your business in, your products, your environment, your employees, whatever it may be, you can do all of that within Scriptcase. And it's really simple. With a few clicks, you can have your own little environment together. With a bit more work, you can have a complete platform together. With a load more work, well, you can have an entire something crazy put together that is, worthy of big industry. As many of you already know that use Scriptcase. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and of course I look forward to the next few videos which I have already scheduled for you guys. So thank you very much, and until the next video.